This is the Chapter 4 final unit test. First question, vocabulary. Across the top we read, crops that sold easily, cultural variety, governed slaves. Along the left-hand side, cash crops, slave codes, diversity. Next vocabulary set. Across the top we read, economic theory, trading illegally, royal colonies. Along the left column, ruled by Britain, smuggling, mercantilism. Next question. The French network of blank with Native Americans allowed them to control large areas of land. Choices: spies, alliances. Next question. The Treaty of Paris forced France to give Canada and most of its lands east of the blank to Great Britain. Choices: Missouri River or Mississippi River. Next question. The Proclamation of 1763 set the blank as the temporary western boundary of the colonies. Choices: Rocky Mountains or Appalachian Mountains. Next question. Name two other key elements of the struggle between Britain and France besides the French and Indian War. Choices: control of world trade, power on the seas, or all of the above. Next question. What did the Treaty of Paris force France to do in North America? Choices: ended possibility of the French being a strong power in North America, or move all of their colonists back to France, or none of the above. Next question. What army strategy did Washington warn Braddock about? Choices: his army's style of marching would not be suitable for the frontier, or the lines and bright colored uniforms would make them easy targets, or all of the above. Next question. What was Pitt's plan to deal with the cost of the war? Choices: through secret business dealings with France, or Britain would pay for the war and then they would tax the colonists, or none of the above. Next question. A rivalry existed between the British and blank colonists in North America. Choices: French or Spanish. Next question. The blank in the East remained independent by trading with both the British and the French. Choices: Iroquois Confederacy or Powhatan Confederacy. Next question. The Iroquois eventually became allies with the blank. This upset the balance of power between the British and the French. Choices: British or French. Next question. George Washington was sent back with a militia to build a fort, but they ended up attacking a French force, which ended in a defeat or victory. Next question. They adopted the blank for a united government. Choices: the Albany Plan of Union or the New York Plan of Action. Next question. What did the English call the Iroquois Confederacy? First choices: the Three Nations or the Six Nations. Next question. Why did the Albany Plan of Union fail? Choices: none of the colonists agreed to its adoption, or it favored the French. Next question. Why were the French and Native Americans allies? Choices: they had a strong connection through the fur trade, or the French did not want to take other Native American land, or French fur trappers married Native American women, or all of the above. Next question. Which countries were the major powers in North America? Britain and choices: Spain or France. Next question. What did Washington's troops discover in the Ohio River Valley? Choices: a French fort or an abandoned British fort. Next question. William and Mary signed an American Bill of Rights guaranteeing certain basic rights to all colonists. True or false? Next question. The Navigation Act directed the trade between England and the colonies. True or false? Next question. The Magna Carta established the principle of unlimited government. True or false? Next question. Colonists in charter colonies elected their governors and members of the legislature. True or false? Next question. Under colonial legislature, most women, indentured servants, landless poor, and African Americans could not vote. True or false? Next question. What concepts did the Magna Carta instill in the colonists? Choices: the concept of limited government, protection from unjust punishment, or protection of life, liberty, and property, or all of the above. Next question. What things contributed to American culture? Choices: religion, education, arts, all of the above. Next question. What legal case was an important step toward the idea of freedom of the press? Choices: Mason's libel case against the New York Journal, or Zenger's libel case against the New York Journal. Next question. Why was shipbuilding able to become an important industry in the New England colonies? Choices: lumber was available from nearby forests, or lumber could be transported downriver to shipyards in coastal areas, or all of the above. Next question. Blank was the main cash crop of Maryland and Virginia. Choices: corn or tobacco. Next question. Blank was the main cash crop of South Carolina and Georgia. Rice or corn. Next question. Name examples of chores a child would have on a colonial farm. Spinning yarn, preserving fruit, milking cows, all of the above. Final question. Blank were strict rules that governed the behavior and punishment of enslaved Africans. Rules of engagement or slave codes. That concludes the Chapter 4 unit test.